This video is your sign. I know that you set a new intention for yourself for the year. I know that you have new goals and new visions for yourself for the year. Keep going. Don't turn back now. Keep going. Don't turn back to the certain, to the comfortable, just because you know what's going to happen. Because in the uncertain, in the uncomfortable lies so much abundance and blessings that you're not even aware of because you won't allow yourself to get to that point. Allow yourself to stay consistent in this new habit. Allow yourself to stay consistent in this new mindset because you owe it to yourself to see what that can bring you. Life is so unpredictable sometimes, and there's so many different possibilities of the way that things can come about. You owe it to yourself to discover that, to explore that. And I'm saying this because this is typically the point, you know, in the year. It literally starts in January where you feel like, oh, like I can't do this, like I'm not making any progress, nothing's happening, I see nothing different happening. Give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance. You just got started. And a lot of the habits that you've created unconsciously and consciously have been developed over years. I'm not saying that your new intention or your new goal is going to take years, but I'm saying that things take time. So don't give up just because you don't see things going the way that you want them to go. Because sometimes in order to head in a certain direction or obtain a certain thing, you head in a direction that you actually had no clue was going to come in, because in order to get somewhere you've never been, sometimes you have to go through some things that you've never even thought of before. So this thing happening for you right now, and you're like, well, why is it happening this way? This is not the way I wanted it to happen, or this is not the way I saw it happening. Well, since you've never been to this place before, you're gonna be introduced to things that you've never been introduced to before. So it's gonna be unfamiliar, it's gonna be uncomfortable, but they're necessary in order to grow in the direction that you see yourself heading. So be patient with yourself and give yourself grace, because you're doing the very best you can with what you know now. So stay firm in this new pathway, stay firm in this new mindset that you're trying to develop for yourself. Because honestly, you're going to be introduced to things throughout this journey of getting to that place that are going to shift your inner reality. So shifting your inner reality is really shifting how you feel within, about yourself, about the world, your perspective on life, your thoughts, and your belief system. So shifting your inner reality through these challenges or through these moments of getting to that place is ultimately going to shift your outer reality. Because when you see the world differently, when you see yourself differently, when you see things from a different perspective, perspectives full of love and light, it changes the way that you approach things, the way that you continue to go about things in life. Like me, I swear I'm learning new things every single day. I just listened to this podcast episode between Jay Shetty and Deepak Chopra. This is literally a podcast episode from 2019 that I'd never heard before. And there was so much wisdom in the podcast episode, and it completely, like, I say this about so many things, but it's true because so many different things have the power of impacting your mindset. And so it impacted my mindset in a really positive light. So allow yourself to take new chances. Allow yourself to wake up every day with the possibility of learning something new that completely shifts your mindset, or, you know, receiving miracles that can completely change the way your life is going. There's so many different possibilities that life can deliver to you at any given moment. Also, I know I sound like a serious soldier and like do this, do that, but like it's because when I'm in like deep thought or like trying to get a point across, I don't know, I get in like this serious mode. But honestly, I also want you to have fun. I want you to go into this year knowing that you can go through this journey in a fun way as well. It doesn't have to be all super serious all the time. Like, yes, discipline, I'm all for discipline, but you can have fun in that. You can have fun in your discipline mode. You can have fun in being consistent. You can have fun in waking up every day, doing what you're passionate about, and, you know, creating something from that. So whatever, you know, your goals are this year, whether it's romance or career or finances or physical, emotional, whatever it is, allow yourself to embed fun into those moments, because life is also about having fun. Like, we have the freedom to be able to have fun or include fun in our daily lives. So whatever that means for you. And maybe This year is also about discovering what is fun for you. You know, doing things for fun with yourself, doing things for fun with people you love, maybe meeting someone new that you never even knew was gonna be in your life. Like, all these things can pop in, but definitely have fun along the journey. But yeah, I'm not always such a serious soldier. Like, I swear, I'm a lot of fun. I just, you know, still like recording myself saying like what I think. I feel like it's still a journey for me to like have my personality in there as well and not come across so robotic and shit. But you know what I mean? Have fun. Okay, so now I want to talk about how to keep going. Like in those moments where you feel like turning back to the certain, you feel like turning back to the comfortable, I want to talk about how to keep going down this new pathway and creating this new habit and, you know, this new vision. How to keep going. Let's discuss it. First, I feel like it's so important to remind yourself why you've started. So if you made this like in December, you're like, okay, for 2024, I'm gonna do this and I see this for myself and this, whatever it is, remind yourself why you started. Why did you think those things? Why did you want to start that for yourself? Why did you see that for yourself? Why is it something that you want to bring into your life? And when you make the realization like, oh, it's my passion, this is how I see myself as the authentic best version of me, this is how I'm the most loving, or this is how I'm the most successful, or whatever the case is, whatever you see for yourself, remind yourself why you've started. So whenever you feel like turning back to the comfortable, turning back to the certain, turning back to, you know, your old ways because you're uncomfortable in these new ways, remind yourself why you've started so that you can keep going, because you deserve to keep going. Okay, so the next point of advice I actually just learned from the Jay Shetty and Deepak Chopra podcast episode that I listened to this morning. And if you do want to listen to that, I have a playlist on my Spotify. It's like impactful podcast episodes that I like. And so I'm going to link that in the description box below. But in this episode, they were talking about the importance of focusing in on the excellence rather than the result, the outcome, or the success. So if you have this goal, for example, to lose weight, but you keep focusing on the result or the outcome or the success of losing that weight, you're completely missing out on the excellence you're gaining, on self-discipline or consistency, or just the capability of being able to do something so incredible. So really focusing in on the excellence within the journey is so important rather than the outcome. You have this career and you want to get to a certain point in your career, focus in on the excellence that you have within this career. What can you excel at even more? What can you learn about even more? What can you do differently here to perfect it even better there? It's like focusing in on the excellence factor, perfecting this passion that you have and falling in love with the process of getting just that much better every day by learning something different to better your experience or whatever you're working on. So yes, I did just learn this today, but it completely shifted my mindset and it made me realize how genuine and how present you can be in your journey rather than thinking about the outcome and the results. So often really think about where you are right now, what you can do better than you did today, really focusing in on the journey, zoning in on it, and discovering your excellence within it. But yeah, this really just falls into my next advice point, which is just to know your capability as a human being. Know that you are so powerful and that the way that things are happening for you are happening for a reason. So trust in that, know your power and capability, allow yourself to accept the way things are happening and discover, you know, new problem solving points from that. So like, if you're at this point in your new journey where you're at a point that you didn't expect to be at, allow yourself to take this moment to think of new thoughts, to think of new things that could progress it in a different manner because of the point you're at. It's like, it's okay if it's going a way you didn't expect, because now you get to play around and discover something new, you know? You've never, okay, there's also a quote I learned this morning from the podcast episode by Jay Shetty and Deepak Chopra. I forget who they said the quote was by, but pretty much in the quote it was saying, when you think that you've exhausted all options, you haven't. You've never exhausted all options because the world is limitless. Like, there are so many options. So you're never out of options. Maybe you're out of the options that you've already thought of, but your brain is continuously learning and taking in new viewpoints and thinking of different things. How do you think that we've, developed all these incredible things in life? So you haven't exhausted all your options. Don't give up. Keep going. You've got this. It's all going to work out for you. It's all going to work out no matter what it seems like at any given point in time. So trust in that. And don't give in to the negative assumptions that may come into your mind. Do not give in to them. Let them go. It's a thought that you do not have to make prominent in your life. The negative assumption that you are thinking does not have to have any power in your life whatsoever. Let it go. Replace the thought with something else and keep going. And then eventually, only the positive thoughts will be prominent. But anyways, remember that you are completely capable of becoming the authentic best version of yourself, and that everything is always working out for you no matter what it looks like at any given point in time. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And make sure to subscribe, comment, like, and join the community because I'm going to be posting a lot of videos this year. So yeah, thank you guys. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.